Hey, what's up guys? Jeff Orig with Orig Media, and today I'm just going to talk a little bit about the P&C Shoulder Rig. It is a very good value shoulder rig and 15mm rod system. I do highly recommend it, but what I will talk about today is just kind of maybe some of the tweaks or suggestions that I have for improving maybe a future generation of this. For starters, we added the P&C, they call it the quick release plate. We like to call it the release plate. It's not that quick to remove. You actually have to unscrew this and pull it out. It's not like just a quick little turn and slide it out. Another thing that they could improve on this is instead of this being round, it'd be much nicer if it was some sort of rectangle or triangle or hexagon or octagon or something that had more sides to it than just this cylinder, because when the camera's on here sometimes it's kind of hard to reach underneath there to unscrew, and since you're trying to unscrew rather than just one little flick of the wrist, it can get a little slippery. Other than that, I like it. It's the only make and model out there that handles the 717 tripod plates, so that has that going for it. The other things that I like about the P&C shoulder rig setup is that there's just tons of mounting points. There's lots of 1/4-20 all throughout the rig itself. At the time when we purchased this, they did not have a weight. So I did buy this weight separate to balance out the rig, but I believe now they currently do have a weight available. And then one other improvement that I'd like to suggest is when any kind of clamps occur to the 15mm rods, then you really have to clamp down to make it hold. And in fact, sometimes it'll kind of turn a little bit. And what happens is that you're really tweaking the metal. If they could incorporate maybe some sort of rubber gasket just to help with clamping it down and making sure it stays in place in all areas, that'd be great. Because sometimes in some places, even here, you'll clamp as much as you can, but it just starts to flex and bend, and then it doesn't really clamp it down too much. But for the money, I think this is probably the best value shoulder rig out there, and I do highly recommend it. And if they do improve those things, that would be super awesome. So getting it on is not really a problem, but getting it off, sometimes it's just a pain. I'm not pretending there actually. So if there was just a better grip on there, I think that would be way better. And then see how it gets stuck in there? Unless I'm totally missing something, but you have to then just totally unscrew that a lot, versus it on other systems, just flick it once, you can slide it and then hit like another release, and then you can take the camera right off. But hey, it's all good, it works. But again, I don't think they should call it quick release. I think it's just a release, right? So just to give you an idea of what it looks like on my shoulder, and I personally prefer to always shoot with the eyepiece when it's on the shoulder rig. That way it gives me that extra point of contact. So I have a point of contact here, 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 and here as well. And then the weight in the back, that helps to counterbalance so that it's not just so much weight on my arms holding it up the whole time. And for us, I typically, when I'm shooting with the shoulder rig, I like the 24-105 for shoulder rig kind of stuff for a couple of reasons. One, it's IS, so you have that extra bit of stabilization that's kind of helping you. And then typically for shoulder rig kind of stuff, it's very run and gun, and I don't know necessarily what's going to be happening from moment to moment. So I might be following someone around giving a tour of a facility. And so sometimes I'll need a wider shot and can open up to that 24. And then sometimes you need to close up if they're pointing something out and can zoom into that 105. All right, so here's a little test. This is me on the shoulder rig. And I'm just standing still. So you can see it's pretty stable. And then if I zoom in here, even if we zoom in, and I got focus, a little, definitely a little bit of shake there, but not, I think you can live with that, hopefully. But that's pretty much it. And if you do a little pan, a little tilt, got the boys behind the scenes here. Larissa editing away. We also put the tripod mount on the bottom, or a quick release plate on the bottom. So if we ever need to, we can throw this on a tripod. But that's pretty much it. I am Jeff Orig with Orig Media. And until next time, aloha.